active too, so
right.
If I'm not active during the week, during the weekend I try to do something that's, like, fairly active.
Which, for me, like, I feel like my weekends is when I end up doing, like, more fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I do try to go to the gym, but I feel like it never quite happens. But, like, that's something I want to get better at, is, like, at least going to the gym, like, one day during the weekend. Because, like, you have time. Like,
True.
There's time, like, you wake up and lay in bed, and, like, we always chat in the morning. Like, we could chat on the way to the gym, work out, chat on the way home. Like, totally get that. The other thing that I was gonna, like, talk about is I think there's, like, some people find this important, but I've found it, like, way more important, like, the last 3 years of my life is, like, one, taking time to just be outside. Like, just be in nature, which is hard because, like, we live in Wisconsin in a hardy winter, but, like, there's some less cold days where you could just spend some time, like, in nature. And I think that really helps, like, clear your head, and also, like, you're getting active. You're breathing in, like, good air is what I always think, even though that's probably, like, just roll your eyes at that one. But, like, also, like, time off of a screen. Like, I think that's why, like, I've really enjoyed just, like, taking walks outside. And, like, I enjoyed it a lot, but especially in quarantine, because, like, I'd be with my mom, and I'd usually just leave my phone at home. And it would give me, like, 45 to an hour, like, just with my mom, talking person to person, like, doing laps around our neighborhood, and not worried about, like, who's texting me, who's Snapchatting me, which is, like...
For sure.
I like that stuff, obviously, but it impacts my mental health, my anxiety, my stress. But will I get rid of it? No. Let's be real. We live in a society that's so dependent on it.
Yeah.
So it sucks that you have to be like, oh, no screen time. But, like, I like to try to work that in.
I feel like, I don't know, you can vouch for me, and, like, any of our friends can kind of vouch for me, but when I'm in, like, a social setting, like, time with you or, like, with any of our friends, I don't really go on my phone because, I mean, you guys are the life of the party, you're my friends, so I'm usually, like, focusing on you guys. And, like, even that, like, social media is so, like, I don't know, I love it, but also when I think about it, I'm like, okay, the amount of people that I contact, like, on a day-to-day basis that, like, I need social media for, like, there's only, like, 3 to 4 people that I need to absolutely stay updated with. Yeah. Other than that, like, I don't mind, like, I often lose my phone just because I don't really care for it. And, like, TikTok and, like, Instagram, I guess it's, like, not even a hobby, it's just something to do when, like, I'm bored or, like...
Right.
I like to show my friends pictures and stuff, but, like, I don't know, I feel like I much rather enjoy, like, the in-life, like, real-time, like, events that we're doing, like, going out to eat, or, like, going up to the bluffs for no random reason, or, like, our dart circles, you know, like...
And that's something that, like, I know I need to get better on, and, like, I think a lot of people do, but, like, just putting your phone down, or, like, leaving it upstairs, or, like, it's, like, I'm so dependent on it, but, like, in reality... Like you said, there's probably 3 to 4 people that you actually need to contact that aren't right in front of you. Like, all my best friends are in this circle, so why the fuck am I on my phone right now? Like, and that's something, like, I can say to you right now, but, like, I need to get better at that, because it's, like, life will pass you by.
Well, the thing for me is, like, the only time when I do use my phone with you guys is when I'm recording you guys do stupid shit.
Which is funny.
Like,
yeah, because, like, memories.
I've noticed, like, being friends with you guys in the past, like, year and a half, maybe, my phone has not been charged 100% for more than, like, a day a week, because I feel like I never use it, never check up on it when I'm with you guys. I'm like, oh shit, it's at 10%, like, who cares? Like, you guys are here, who am I gonna need to call? Like, Laurel across the room?
Yeah, exactly. The other thing that I was gonna kind of touch on is, like, kind of going off the mental health thing, like, self-care and, like, alone time, and, like, the alone time aspect is something that's, like, really been, like, more recent for me. But, like, realizing, like, my self-care is my alone time, which is crazy. And, like, I've told people this, and they're like, no, you're not. But I said, like, I am an extroverted introvert. And, like, people will constantly tell me I'm not. And maybe that's not the right words that I'm trying to, like, achieve here. But there's people that get their energy from other people and, like, in being in groups. That's how they, like, recharge. I get my, like, energy from just being solely by myself. That's why, like, Sundays, I tend to just, like, lay in my bed, not because I'm lazy, but, like, I'll just be in my room, like, cleaning, doing my laundry, like, doing the needful, but, like, by myself. Like, Because, honestly, I get to this point where, like, I always kind of make jokes to my mom. My personality is so big that I need a day to just, like, recharge so that I can be such a big personality all the time. And, like, that is something that it's taken me a long time to just, like, fully accept. Because I always felt guilty. Because I'm such an extrovert, so why should I need time to be alone?
Right.
And I've had, like, some friends who have, like, kind of given me shit about that. They're like, oh, come on, like... And it's one of those things that, like, if I don't take that time, I, like, notice myself, like, getting crabby, getting irritated with people, and I don't want to be that person.
To be the life of the party, you have to have some time to yourself to, like, not constantly feel, like, the pressure to, like, hype everyone up, basically. Because I know, like, being around you, you're the person that's like, let's go do this, or let's do this. You, like, bring ideas to the table for everyone else to follow, which is a strong role, because if it weren't for you, all of us would probably be sitting on the couch all day long.
Yeah.
Like, that takes a lot, and, like, it's almost like you're kind of the wrong vocabulary, but, like, you're a role model to a lot of people, and so, like, I feel like having alone time allows you to, like, get some space, and like you said, take a breather before, like, the next day hits and you have to be it all over again.
And it's, like, not meant to be, like, rude, but I noticed myself, like, I literally could wake up after 10 hours of sleep and feel, like, so, like, dead. And I just think it's because I just need to, like, watch YouTube, get some homework done, like, just be in silence and, like, solitude for, like, 5 to 10 hours.
And I feel like that's something that needs to be more common or, like, understood by people, because obviously, like, you've probably noticed it, but I'm the opposite, considering I have 300% of physical touch, attention, like, all of that, but, like, I don't know. I love being around people 24/7, but yeah, there are some days when I feel a little more drained that I, like, need, like, not only to be, like, like, by myself, but just, like, the volume in this room has to be turned down a little bit. Like, I just need some time to, like, I can hear myself think, you know?
Yeah, and, like, I totally agree with that. Like, I could even potentially, like, recharge if, like, we're gonna be in the same room together, but don't speak. Like, just, we're not gonna speak to each other.
Or, like, throw a movie on and no one talks.
Yeah, like, so I could just, like, have a moment to, like, think. Like, my mind is always going. My mind just, like, works so fast, and, like, the fact that I'm having all these thoughts, what am I going to do this week? What am I going to do tomorrow? Like, all this stuff. And if I don't have time to, like, think about it, it just, like, stresses me out, and, like, I get anxiety about it, even though, like, I could have virtually nothing to do this week, but I still want to plan it out in my head.
Right.
But anyway, so moving on to our next topic, which is probably everyone's favorite. Dating. I love talking about dating, and I was so excited to talk to you about it because I know you have some good stories.
Oh my god, I have, like, okay, this isn't supposed to sound bad, but I have a Bible of stories I could tell you.
Oh, yes.
It's ridiculous.
This will not be your first appearance on the show. See, I want to talk about these things because these are things that have been on my mind, like mental health in college. But going into our first topic, best and worst guy that you've talked to.
Oh my god. What better way to start with the best guy than your roommate?
Yes. Let me tell you, I am full-time podcaster, part-time cupid.
Part-time cupid.
So, see, we're sitting at bingo one night, and she's like, I kind of think I like your roommate. And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, I've been waiting for this one. Turn it up. I literally was like, thank God. I was just waiting for, like, someone to say that. Because I was like, I just think that, like, all my roommates are so amazing. Like, the fact that they're single is, like, crazy to me.
Well, and I knew that because I was like, oh my god, he's sweet, he's cute, whatever, he's shy, like, but the fact that it was your roommate, I was like, I don't want to, like, disrespect you, and, like, it'd just be weird, like, I couldn't imagine seeing myself going for my best friend's roommate, like, that just wasn't something, like, in my, like, book, I guess.
Which I was, like, over the moon about it. I was like, please. And so, like, I kind of, like, dropped hints, like, put them together a little bit. And now they are happily a couple.
Yes. So
crazy. Off the streets.
Yeah. Off the streets. Goodbye streets. I'm happier than I don't know.
A clam?
Happier than a clam, yeah, one would say.
Oh, God. Okay, so, well, Will's amazing. Can we hear about the worst guy that you've talked to?
Of course. So, let me just start off by saying I've dated this guy for 3.5 years, probably.
No, fabulous.
And my first mistake was thinking that I'd make it through college with him. Not a good look.
Just truly, like, I don't know. I would love for someone to, like, calculate the percentage of relationships that make it from high school to college.
This wasn't even, like, a mid-college crisis. It was, like, a freshman year crisis. So that's when you know, like, right off the bat, that's just not gonna work. But anyway, this guy just, like, he was really, like, controlling and just, like, I don't know. It was just a bad situation overall. Very toxic, of course. Like, a lot of high school relationships. But it ended up in me getting hit by a car in front of Coat Hall my freshman year.
Jesus Christ.
The next day, after I'm hit by this car and sent to the ER in an ambulance, I see on everyone's story that I met freshman year, like, all of my friends, there's snap stories of, like, the ambulance parked out of, like, Coat Hall. And everyone's like, oh my god, this is so crazy, like, who is this? Me being embarrassed as hell because it's me laying outside of Coat Hall on a fresh, like, winter day, laying in the middle of the road.
I literally, like, I wish we would have been, like, BFFs at this point, because holy fuck.
Yeah.
The tea coming off this story is piping.
Literally, okay, so, like, okay, long story, we're getting closure, whatever. He's dropping me off at my dorm, okay, freshman dorm. And I turn back, he's crying, I feel extremely bad. So me being the kind person that I am, I go back to make sure the kid's okay. And the first step that I take off the curb, I slip on ice and I fall. And I hear his car door open. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. He's coming to check on me though. Everything's okay. It wasn't his car door opening. It was his gear shifting into place like, and he fucking accelerates and hits me with his car. I slide like 20 feet, blackout. Next thing I know, my roommate is squeezing my hand, be like, "See, are you okay?" Can't feel anything, so it's a quick $2,000 ride in an ambulance to a hospital.
Holy fuck. And
God bless, I'm okay.
Did he just hit you and leave?
Oh, yeah. It was a hit and run.
Hit and ran?
Yeah.
Holy
It was a
shit.
hit and run. He visited the hospital right after that because he was like, oh, are you okay? Are you okay? My mom's so mad. Don't be mad at me. Like, don't press charges. I'm like, okay, whatever. He's like, oh, yeah, the cops wanted to make sure that I wasn't coming here because they thought it was a hit and run, but you know I never do that to you, right? And at the time, me being a freshman girl, in love, blah, 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 I was like, oh yeah, you never do that to me, like, stupid C. I get a Venmo 2 days later, he paid his friend for a hit and run. I was like, you're joking, right? But yeah, that was the worst guy I've ever met in my life.
Let's make a joke about it.
Oh, yeah. A joke, real, whatever it was. But, like, the first thing he said to me while I was in a neck brace was, you're not going to press charges, right? I was like, bro, come on.
Jesus Christ.
But, yeah, worst guy compared to now. Who'd have thought?
That's awful. Best guy I've talked to. We're going to keep that position just, like, we're not sure yet, you know, who's gonna take the cake.
Still pending.
Worst guy I've talked to was probably the guy that I, like, talked to my freshman year. Yeah, he fucking sucks. He went to Marquette, and, like, so we had to do, like, long distance, and he definitely, dictionary definition, taught me what gaslighting is.
Yeah.
CEO of telling me, like, you please stay loyal to me, like, you're exclusive, we're exclusive, like, stay loyal to me. But, like, then I find out from my friend who goes to Marquette, like, he's taking these girls upstairs, like, he's touching on all these girls, because, like, he would throw parties at his house that were huge, and didn't think that I had any friends there. Like, sir, what the fuck? Like,
check your sources.
Yeah, and then he would be like, and then I would be the crazy one, like, no, I didn't do that, like, why don't you trust me, like, all this. I'm like, what?
Literally,
so it's like, believe him or believe my best friend who's telling me this shit. Like, it's just so insane. To this day, this man still hits me up. So now he lives in Utah or wherever the bumfuck western
Utah's
state he
worst
lives.
State, I think.
Oh, yeah. So he lives there, whatever, with his girlfriend who's beautiful, okay? Not even gonna shade her. She's beautiful. And he, every time he comes home, hits me up. The last time he hit me up, he was like, want to get drinks, whatever, and I literally was like, no, not drinks. You would have to buy the entire bottle, sir.
Yeah.
And he was like...
the entire bar, maybe.
Oh, he goes, I'm willing to do that. I would just want to see you. I was like, I'm good.
Can
but
your
thank
girlfriend
you.
join us? Or
Literally, I was like, how's your girlfriend? He's like,